Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the disbelievers of Makkah that you think the Qur'an is the word of a poet or soothsayer, whereas it is a revelation sent down upon Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The messenger by himself had no power to increase or decrease a word in the Qur'an. If he forged something of his own composition into the Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have cut off his neck vein. For this is the truth absolute and pure, and those who give it a falsehood will eventually remorse and regret. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلا أقسم بما تبصرون وما لا تبصرون إنه لقول رسول كريم وما هو بقول شاعر قليلا ما تؤمنون ولا بقول كاهن قليلا ما تذكرون تنزيل من رب العالمين ولو تقول علينا بعض الأقاويل لأخذنا منه باليمين ثم لقطعنا منه الوتين فما منكم من أحد عنه حاجزين وإنه لتذكرة للمتقين وإنا لنعلم أن منكم مكذبين وإنه لحسرة على الكافرين وإنه لحق اليقين فسبح باسم ربك العظيم جزاك الله خيرا السلام عليكم.
Beautiful recitation. Taking a genuine interest in your family, friends, neighbors, and even strangers is one of the most rewarding things you can do. A 7-year-old princess, Asia Ahmed, for serving others. Asia?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, Man nafasa an mu'minin kurabatan min kuraba bad-dunya nafasa Allahu anhu kurbatan min kurabi yawm al-qiyamah. Whoever relieves the hardship of a believer, Allah will relieve his hardship on the day of judgment. This means if I make it easy for someone, then Allah will make it easy for me to enter paradise or Jannah. I thought of some ways that I could serve others. For example, I could help get a tour from some high place for my sister. I could help with laundry, or I could help bake or cook in the kitchen. I could give water to my dad in a glass. I could put my baby brother to sleep. And last of all, I could play with my siblings when they are wanting to play. I hope that some of you could use these examples through your life to help you enter Jannah or paradise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A talkative and confident star who recently learned how to perform Salah, Zainab Hashmi, is going to inform us on the topic of Salah. Zainab?
Assalamualaikum, my name is Zainab.
Good.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Zainab. And today I'm going to talk about namaz. Namaz is the best way to worship Allah Ta'ala. Namaz keeps you away from shaitan. Namaz, dear friends, please pray namaz on time so you can go to Jannah. Assalamualaikum, my name is Zainab. And today I'm going to talk about namaz. Namaz is the best way to worship Allah Ta'ala. Namaz keeps you close to Allah Ta'ala. Namaz keeps you away from shaitan. Namaz, dear friends, please pray namaz on time so you can go to Jannah.
Great job, Zainab. Salah is a very form of worship. A Muslim offers 5 times daily, which is the source of inner peace and expression of faith in Allah. Future engineer Fahil, who is passionate about cricket and soccer, will elaborate about the importance of prayer. Fahil?
Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Respected elders and dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I will talk about the importance of prayer in Islam. Prayer or salah is the form of worship that a Muslim offers 5 times a day regularly. It is an obligation upon a Muslim, and a Muslim has to offer no excuse when it comes to offering prayer. It is the second pillar of Islam and is performed facing towards the Kaaba in Mecca. Salah or prayer is the Arabic word whose basic meaning is communication. And the worshipper's body and clothing as well as the place of prayer must be cleaned. The establishment of prayer is emphasized in the Qur'an more than anything else. Allah says in the Qur'an in chapter 2 verse 153, يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين, which means, O you who have believed, seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, Allah is with the patients. The performance of prayer 5 times a day is considered vital to attain success in this life and the hereafter. Every deed, whether good or bad that a Muslim undertaken in this life, he or she has to be answerable for in the afterlife. The actual reward will truly be realized when Allah Almighty will shower blessings on that person. Allah says in the Qur'an, in chapter 2, verse 277, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتَوُا الزَّكَاةَ وَلَهُمْ أَجْرُهُمْ عِندَ رَبِّهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Which means, indeed, those who believe and do righteous deeds and establish prayer and give zakah will have their reward with their Lord, and there will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve. Praying 5 times a day engages the believer in constant remembrance of Allah and keeps him away from any unjust deeds and leads him only to deeds that earn pleasure of Allah. It is through prayer that one really finds inner peace and fulfillment. It is also a source of patience, courage, hope, confidence, inner peace, stability, equality, unity, and an expression of thankfulness to Allah. وَآخِرُ دَعْوَانَا أَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ.
Dua is a form of worship. It is a direct calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which gets us closer to Him. A homeschooler of grade 8 who is willing to be a surgeon. Ayman Jawad is going to speak to us about the power of dua. Ayman?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان. And when my servants ask you, O Muhammad, concerning me, then answer them, I am indeed near. I respond to the invocations of the supplicant when he calls on me, without any mediator or intercessor. Subhanallah, the words of this ayah we begin with, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي. So it begins with إِذَا. إِذَا means when. In Arabic, إِذَا means when. I want you to understand the difference between إِذَا and, the difference between when and if. Okay, so what's the difference between when and if? Let me tell you a story. There's a mother, she sent her son to join the army and he went to war. Now she's missing her son and there's no contact between them, right? She doesn't really hear back from him. So when you talk to her about her son, will she say, if my son comes back, I'll be very happy, or when my son comes back, I'll be very happy? Which one does she say? She says, when my son comes back, I'll be very happy, because if she says, if my son comes back, I'll be very